So I don't know, we got out of the mines, but not everything got out of my mind. At the beginning, well, at the end of the previous episode I said that I keep quiet in certain moments for you to enjoy the music and the atmosphere or emotions it evokes or creates in the scene. But with that, some time ago, actually when I released an episode when we entered, or was it when we entered Ravenholm, either when it was at the beginning of an episode or at the end of the previous one, the Ravenholm reprise, I think, was playing to greet you in Ravenholm, this little town of horror, and that was copyright struck. But it wasn't copyright struck by Valve. It wasn't copyright struck by the composer of the music. It was copyright struck by some dude. Well, not dude, some organization that's clearly created specifically to lay claims to things and try to earn money like that, hoping you won't mind or won't be able or capable to make it so that you can fight it off. Right. This blue laser, of course, is a sign of a sniper, because that's a great idea for a sniper to give away his position. We've got a combined sniper up there, and he's having a little target practice. This is what we're gonna be dealing with around in this sniper pass, or this train yard, like train tracks. Which, how you deal with it is you just give him one grenade, and he'll happily leave his place to meet you and thank you in person for it. Yes. Also, I'd like to also remind you that this episode is funny because I'm making funny faces in the background. I mean, behind the camera, which I don't have a camera, so that's funny. You're just gonna have to take my word for it. So this dude trying to lay claims to everything around claims ownership for Ravenholm reprise. And the stupid thing is, other than, you know, falsely laying claim to the piece, is that he cited this entire music piece as being someone else's under a different title. So he thinks the music that played when I entered Ravenholm, was completely different music that sounded differently and was made by someone else and not by people at Valve composing it for Half-Life. I tried to be polite and sent him an email to remove the claim, otherwise I'll help him fight Valve about this music, because I think Valve would have something to say about him telling me or anyone else that music is his or his clients'. Oh, why only now? Why only now are you shooting me? Well, yeah, the difficulty here is that we're gonna have another sniper shooting things at random, because that's smart. And those explosive barrels, let's get rid of those for him, so he can't fuck us over. Shotgun ammo? Yes, we already have enough shotgun ammo, we don't really need this. Right. What we could do is use shotgun to explode the barrel and not waste this much of it on its own. Oh. Quick. Right. That's one thing. That's one thing that didn't really find its place in the previous episode, considering how much shit was going on. Let's see here. Right. I lost an opportunity to mention this, but maybe we'll find an idiot on the way to the end of this level, and it will be fine. It will be suiting or fitting over there. So we'll see about that. But other than that, today is the day where Kobe Bryant, I think, got into his helicopter, flew it somewhere, and then crashed and killed 8 people, including members of his family. One way or the other, I'm not sure. Maybe it was yesterday, actually. Shit. Maybe it was actually yesterday, and only today the news are spreading. But yes, Kobe Bryant is dead in a freak helicopter accident. Died in a freak helicopter accident. Again, a little bit of a present for our little sniper dude. A little bit of a reward for diligent service. So there's that joke. He's dead. All his fame and shit didn't save him. You know, see, kinda stupid, right? How did you get yourself crashed in a helicopter when the skies are clear? Or did you catch a drone around somewhere? Did you have a collision course? Were you on a collision course with a drone that some dude was piloting? That would be silly. But anyway, I really didn't look into the news because I really don't care about Kobe Bryant. But if you do, look up news if you already haven't. Maybe soon enough they're just main news outlet on whatever thing that you're watching. I'm gonna mention him soon enough and tell us all about why he's dead and who did he kill. But I don't really care. You might though. No. Oh no, it's the more difficult dude. Oh shit, and more grenades. Avoid those, they're still damaging us. We don't have armor. It's not the game, the other game. What's the battle royale I'm playing? Apex Legends. It's not Apex Legends that you're gonna be able to pull out a battery shield and charge it out, charge your shields up and not be damaged. New gun. Perfect. Right in the middle of the things that I'm talking about. New gun. AR2, I think, pulse rifle. The big improvement over what we've got so far, which is a pistol, a revolver, large caliber revolver, SMG, which is still a pistol caliber thing, shotgun, close range theoretically, something longer range or with more firepower in general. Pulse rifle. It is weird. The construction of it is weird. We're gonna use it. I'm gonna use it, and you'll see how it operates. It's pretty weird. And I'm gonna ask you to pay attention how it works. Look at the gun, not the enemies that are gonna be dying because of it. And yeah, we'll talk about this in a moment. There is a soldier with red lenses, and I think less of a camo pattern, more of a grey overall body armor. Don't know who is he. I can't really manipulate him. I could blow him up with a grenade and see what does that do us. So why not? Shit. What did that do us? What did that give us? He had a arm brace brands. Well, we gonna talk about this and those later on, but also, well, I guess he's just elite enough to be different. So right, what is the comment about?
The Combine Soldier, one of the most prevalent enemies in the game, went through many design changes. Early designs were very alien, and some concepts displayed the soldiers as worm-like creatures of the Combine race. It was later decided that the race itself should be invisible, plotting in the background, and that modified humans would instead fight for the Combine cause on Earth.
Yeah, so there we have it. We're gonna talk about modified humans later on too, because there's gonna be more to it than just wearing all covering or overall armor and uniform and also a gas mask. So you'll see how it actually is a modified human other than not seeing a human in him much. Right, so we've got immediately you find a new gun, you get plenty of ammo for it, so many, so many, but there is excess lying around and it would be just a waste to leave it in there. Right, so we can shoot a seagull. Look how calm this motherfucker is. He doesn't know what's happening. There you have it. Perfect. Killing two birds with one stone. Almost literally. Of course the gun is not too accurate. It just has a random pattern, but maybe tighter than the SMG because theoretically it is a rifle, so it has a stock and all the fancy things with that. And if you paid attention, like I asked you, when you heard gunfire, maybe that would have been a clue for you to pay attention visually. How it operates is that the firing pin, which you would call, or a hammer, is striking this red vial, socketed in this very short sort of funnel that works as a chamber and also as a barrel. So it strikes that, and that produces a bolt, seemingly of plasma. Because what sense would that make if it was like, you know, bullets poured into a capsule and then you just punch them real hard out of there? That would be stupid. So it's some sort of plasma energy bolt, I think, and it's activated with a strike. So it's dosed precisely with the strike, and also the firing pin seems to be operated electrically, not with the whole system of recoil and was this fire, gas, burn, something about burning gases and recoil. Perfect. So not only am I missing, they are missing me too. So it's even and fair and balanced. And of course, the right mouse button is not aim down sights, it's alternate fire, which I don't have ammo for, and we'll talk about that later too. So, fucking hell with this fire. Fucking hell with this fire. Yeah, very apropos. Yeah, so that's how this works. It's fucking weird. But other than that, the reload animation is that, as you've seen, we can collect magazines for the gun, and the magazine is not like you connect it directly underneath the action or wherever. It's that you put it at the front, to the side, and the magazine is crescent shaped. So when you attach it to the gun, it produces those ampules of concentrated ammo, apparently. And that's being moved around, and the crescent is storing them safely while when they're being lined up with the funnel or firing chamber and the barrel. Sort of like a revolver, only a bit different, because one revolver ammo for this holds an entire mag worth of 30 shots. Oh, don't shoot me now, I'm close to the explosive barrels, so maybe restrain yourself. What's the term? What's the army term? Danger close, I think. Yes. Only they use it when it comes to friendlies and not enemies like me. But anyway, like the guy that made the amateur documentary. Oh, there it is. Amateur documentary about. There's so many things. Amateur documentary about. Frank Dux says, but I digest. So let's immediately waste the alternate fire for this gun, which is even bigger energy bolt that results in, first of, ricochets, and it presents big danger for everyone in the room. Also, whatever it hits, it disintegrates.
Gordon Freeman. It's incredible you made it. We've been getting communications from Alex. I'll see if I can reach her again. Follow me.
Again, letting you pay attention to the music and how it creates this sense of security and rest, because you found civilization again, you found allies, you found other people after right before facing off against Combine, and then way before facing off against forces of Combine in the form of headcrab zombies that infested an entire town, turning it into a horror scene, and pretty much successfully getting rid of the entire population of the town. So yeah, now you can rest, you can come down, meet friends. Who's hurt? He is. Good thing neither of you is fucking... He got shot! Putting plaster on him won't help. Right, so there's that. the thing that I picked up in the corner over there is ammo for alternate fire for this rifle, which is the energy sphere or whatever you want to call it. Really, no one really names it by name here. If you want to look for it on wiki, it's fine. But I think there was a change. Either game, either Half-Life 2 or either episodes changes it. One game or another has the model be way smaller and way more subtle, way more missable. But apparently Half-Life 2 update mods that too to be bigger for you to see it easier and not miss it, so you have the chance. Also pay attention to this. This is supposed to be, you know, the crepuscular rays, also called as the God rays, when, you know, air creates a mixture with dust and particulate that causes the light rays to be visible and stuff, and also contrast with shadows. But this is just texture. This is outright a bunch of translucent textures. It's not light. It's not actually light engine. It's just texture. Does it do the part? Apparently, but you know, limitations of the source engine from 15 years ago or whenever, 10, 15. I'm not counting.
Leon, we're all clear, and I've got Gordon Freeman.
10 years of development for the Black Mesa, so it should be
I've been on the line with Alex.
less than
His
that.
father's been captured.
Over here, Dr.
Or maybe
Freeman.
more, probably more,
is indispensable to the liberation.
if you say so. Yeah, did they just mention that Eli has been captured, or am I spoiling the talk with Alex?
It's Leon.
Shit.
And I've got Gordon Freeman with me.
Yes, that's me. Look at the Skype call.
You made it through Ravenholm. Thank
Over
God.
TV signal.
I need your help. They've taken my father. He's been taken to Nova Prospect. The Vortigon's tracked the ship that made off with him and Judith Mossman. While the trains are still running, I'm gonna hitch a ride. Here's where you come in, Gordon. I need you to make your way along the coast until you get to Nova Prospect. It used to be a high-security prison. It's something much worse than that now. But I think it's still easier to sneak in than to break out.
You want him to take the coast road? He won't last 5 minutes on foot. It's spawning season for the antlions.
That's why I called you, Leon. I was hoping you still had the scout car we left with you last summer. The one my dad rigged with the Tau cannon.
Yeah, good idea. Hold on a sec. Norco? Bring the buggy out. Put it on the dock right now. Gordon Freeman will be driving it.
Will do. I just finished mounting an ammo crate on the back.
Good timing. Okay, Alex, we're all set.
Thanks, Leon. Gordon, I haven't driven the coast in over a year, but I have no reason to think it's gotten any safer. Meet me in the depot where the trains unload. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in Nova Prospect. Bye for now.
Bye, Alex. Okay, Doc. Before you hit the road, you might want to grab some med kits, restock on ammo, maybe check the map, see where you're headed. There's an ammo supply crate on the back of the car, if that's any comfort.
Yes.
Make use of the thumpers. You'll stand a fair chance against the antlions.
Right, so
Go
immediately
ahead,
we...
let the next base know you're coming.
Leon.
Shore point to NLO. Shore point to New Little Odessa. Come in, Odessa. Do you read?
So this is the map. Lighthouse point is all the way up here.
Nova Prospect.
This is Lambda, so... this, I guess, where the Nova Prospect is. Oh,
Shore point to New Little Odessa. Come in, Odessa.
Shore Point, NLO. New Little Odessa?
Point to NLO.
A lighthouse point. Yeah, so we're going from here to there and then some more. Does it really matter? Is it like an open world that you have to find your own way? No, it's linear levels, set of levels. But it's a nice piece of, you know, world building or detail, I guess, at least. Right. Also, the futile attempts of Leon trying to contact New Little Odessa for some reason. Because, you know, stalling on time and trying not to have you stick around just to hear him actually make the communication and know what's going on. Oh, there's some shit to pick up here. Right. So, the energy beams, how it reloads. It's a weird gun. It's a weird gun. And also the alternate fire. This is true. We're gonna drive a buggy. Which is gonna be a little bit buggy, that's not true. but it's gonna have a crate at the back of it, crate with an ammo, with ammo, and the ammo for the gun in there is gonna be for the submachine gun. Out of all the guns that we've already obtained, we could have used, they gave us submachine gun ammo. Because, you know, theoretically, you know, the benefits of having submachine guns, small package, lots of firepower, rapid fire, but, you know, combined rifle, Overwatch standard issue, pulse rifle. Pulse rifle might be hard to come by, and therefore ammo can be hard to combine. So we're not having that. Pistol, not that effective. What is it called? Revolver. Too slow. Shotgun, not effective at range. So I guess submachine gun is the best thing they can supply us with, and most justified at that. So yeah, immediately queue that up because we're gonna have infinite amount of ammo for this. And there's that. Other than that, World War III. USA killed that Soleimani guy. Just bombed the guy. Welcome to the chapter, whichever, Highway 17. Of course, as usual, instead of stopping in time, we're not. But fuck it. I still have things to... oh, that would be a good moment to combine the thing that I wanted to mention.
Car's all ready for you. Hop in and
Yes.
I'll lower you down to the beach.
Just before we get to that issue, World War III. Everyone's worried since USA killed Soleimani. You know, Iran is very mad about this. And considering all the things Iran did and Soleimani governed and ordered and all the massacres, sounds like a good move to have killed him, and then them shooting back at. Alright, also I forgot to keep talking about this. They re-bombed USA, and they specifically said what bases are they gonna bomb, so USA had the chance to get the people out of them and make it safe, and the attack pointless, but only show like posturing of Iran. I'm pretty sure it's Iran and not Iraq. Don't quote me on this. I wasn't really paying attention to news, but everyone's worried now, considering that there is this armed war effort going on, almost in Middle East again. There is coronavirus killing Asians, and it's a problem because people are dying. 80 people currently are dead because of it. Came out of nowhere. Came out of fish market, really. Supposedly people ate seafood that was not edible anymore, and they got themselves into a little bit of a tummy ache, and it turned out it's fucking deadly virus. And it's weird. Those sicknesses come seemingly out of nowhere, and people are not prepared for them, and it never happened before. How many times would you think you'd have a chance? Well, what would be the chance, you think, to come across a foodstuff that could be potentially dangerous, like past the expiration date, essentially rotting because it's, you know, fish market, so who fucking trusts that? And no one figured this is what could happen with rotting fish. Let's investigate that just in case, so we start preparing some medicine just in case we've got an outbreak for this. But no one did anything about that. Let's listen to a commentary now.
The buggy's visual design is a prime example of all citizen-built tech in Half-Life 2. Its cobbled together and war-torn design shows two things: that the Combine occupation has been long enough to preclude the acquisition of new parts, and that the rebel citizens are resilient, creative, and resourceful, making do with what they can find. Using an object's visual design to add detail to the game's history.
The car's ready for you now,
is a
Dr.
way of
Freeman.
adding depth to the fiction.
Yeah, so we've got a buggy. Essentially, it's a skeleton build. Buggy, light, right? Alright, so we've got a gun that we're gonna talk about probably in the next episode. And now we're missing tank, for gas and the engine. So supposedly this crate that looks with the fan that looks like an old computer, and this little whatever that is, that looks like a motor. Seems like a power supply and the motor to move this, and we can get quite a bit of speed out of this on the road. So it's amazing that this weird of a car with this wanky janky what's the term, power plant is capable of getting us this fast and this far, or will have either or.
For you now, Dr. Freeman.
Silence, little woman in the there. Look at her working the crane. You know, people working the crane, it's a dangerous job. It's high up and winds and shit. Look at how she's sitting, leg over the other leg, hands on her fucking knee, like it's nothing. You're gonna, in a moment, it's not that you're gonna be operating heavy equipment with a heavy load, with people around. I'm gonna be the load. And she's sitting like this casually, fucking ready to drop me at any moment.
Here we go.
I can't run away just yet.
The magnet's failing. Hold on.
Oh, is it?
Sorry, Doc.
Yes, of course I knew about that. And this is the joke. Here, get thrown down into the antlion fucking oh, what the fuck is going on here? Into the antlion fucking den, where people are using pulse rifles mounted on a fucking stand to deal with them, so you can familiarize yourself with the new enemy. And talking about first off incompetence, I work with people, not, well, they're my co-workers is what I mean, instead of being just, let's say, clients, or if I'm some sort of social worker working with mentally handicapped people. I have co-workers who don't know what is and what's the difference between a thing that's countable and uncountable. And they're adults, and they earn money on responsible fucking positions. Imagine that. Fucking this earth. If Combine came over and offered me fucking, what is it, prefecture, not manufacture, what does Dr. Breen, administration, offered me an administrative job of controlling a city, I would have taken it, and I would have gladly shilled for Combine. Because clearly those people don't deserve to breed anymore. And yes, we're having a breeding suppression field. Let's not get into detail right now, because we're trying to end this episode. Trying to. And let's have a jump here. With a shift, right, like sprint. Oh, good thing there's a crash barrier here. It's all weird, right. And the buggy. We're gonna have to talk about the buggy later on too. So, the roads are gone. The topics are running out. The time is running short. What else was I talking about? This, that. And so yeah. When it comes to... There's some enemy in this house. I don't remember which one, but it's fine. I'm just gonna shoot a lot. Oh, guess no one then. Good enough. Again, the colored pencil as a grenade for your SMG, because of course SMGs have grenade launchers, right? So coronavirus, tension between Iran and USA, the elimination of Soleimani, and climate change all seems like very poignant reasons to worry about, right? This shit seems to be going down when it comes to our survival in this world. Hopefully, oh, that music was weird. Also, yeah, there was music going on, but that wasn't not that important. Let me just describe the music to you. It was fast-paced, adrenaline pumping, and very active for you to feel like you're riding a car fast. So there's that. Right, that would be a good good place to stop, because that's what I wanted to say. I need to do an important thing, so I came here to procrastinate and sort of make up for how much time my previous episode took, and still have things to say about random things that I neglected to mention at any point. Like important things like politics and war and people dying. Who would care about that? Right. So yeah, seems like we are actually finally living. Finally, yes, finally, we're living in the end times. Maybe apocalypse now. Maybe war will happen. Maybe fucking disease will spread before the climate ends us. Look forwards to what's gonna happen in the nearest future. Maybe something big. Maybe we'll finally be able to be freed with war. Other than that, keep your wallets closed, because you're gonna need to buy supplies for upcoming conflicts and changes in economy due to environmental stresses. Because I need more, and you probably do too.